Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am here with most interesting video of 20 to 25 minutes in which we will set up an Active Directory server and at least a single computer to that server. So my purpose of channel and videos is that always train to the point and do not waste even a single second of any viewer. So if you saw my all of the videos on my channel, I always trend to the point, I always show to the point, and I didn't talk mostly about theories. You can search theories yourself, you can study theories yourself, but in my videos, I will try to show you exact to the point, right, where you can see that setting up everything in few minutes. So in my this video tutorial, I will show you set up an Active Directory server at least to the point where we can start adding computer to the domain. And this will be only of 20 to 25 minutes. How we can set up an Active Directory server within few minutes and how we can install Active Directory on a Windows server. So once your Windows server is ready and Windows is boot up into your server, and then you are ready to install Active Directory domain services. So if you can see screen, my first step is when we have installed Active Directory, whenever I install Active Directory server, my first step is to change the administrator password and save it for me. So in case later on if I forget administrator password of the domain or if I am not able to log in into the server under the domain, so I have this password. Okay, now if you want to change the name of your server or domain controller, you can change it like this way. You can enter server name here and it will ask you to hit OK and your server name gets changed. Let's begin with Active Directory installation. Right, let's go to Add Roles and Features, hit Next. Again, hit next, keep selecting the first option role based. Now, server is selected for installation, hit next. Now let's select the Active Directory domain services and DNS services. Make sure to select these both services so that we can set up server, at least we can add a computer to a server. So hit next, hit next again, next, next, and hit install. This will take some time, approximately 20 to 30 minutes. So I will stop the video and then I will start the video again when it's done. Okay. Now Active Directory domain services are installed at my server and now my server is ready to promote to a domain controller. So let's promote our server to a domain controller. Add domain controller to an existing domain. I will add a new forest because this is the first server of my domain. This is the first domain controller of this domain. Okay, it's processing. I will keep my server function level same, and for your understanding, I will keep these options same. So let's select a DSRM password. So DSRM password is for performing any task later on the server, and if admin forget this password, this can be reset. Okay, a delegation for DNS server cannot be created because authoritative variant cannot be found. Anyhow, hit next, ignore this error. Now you will see a net BIOS name generated here after some time. Yeah, okay. Net BIOS domain name. Hit next. Okay, these are the path for Active Directory domain server database log file, and mostly I will keep those paths same, but you can change the location for these logs and databases. Hit next. Now review. You can review all of the settings you made here. You can view script from here. You can save the script on desktop. This is for setting up Active Directory domain services. If you need later on, you can run this script for any server of just for your knowledge. You can save it. Hit next. Now I might have a lot of errors here. I'm expecting a lot of errors here. The errors which we don't need to worry about. Okay, it's doing a prerequisite check. Okay, you will also see these error here, but proceed with installation. Don't worry about that. These are some DNS error, and these will be fixed soon. Okay, it's also restarting now, right? During installation, it might restart, so that's fine. Let's wait for it. I will start video again once it gets started. So my purpose of all of the video on my channel, my main purpose is training people to the point, not wasting even a second, right? So always I will try to save your time, and always I will try to train you to the point without wasting your time. So I will not take your time. If you saw my most of the video, I will not waste your time in talking and showing things here and there and do this and do that. So if you follow my channel properly, or if you follow my all of the videos, you can learn basic system administration maximum in a week. It will take you only 1 week to learn basic system administration. Okay, these roles are installed here. Now you will see the dashboard of the server. These roles are installed here now. Okay, Active Directory is here now. Active Directory users and computers. That's great. Now we can create users here, groups here, and we should also have DNS setup here. Okay, now the next most important thing that your server will also have always have static IP in place, static DNS, and the default gateway. So I'm just checking the IP address of my server assigned by our DHCP. So I will assign the same IP address, static IP address, to my server. So always, your server will be static, having static IP address and a DNS in place. So let me show you. I will set up the same IP address which I am getting from DHCP here. So let me set that IP address, subnet mask, and the default gateway. Regarding preferred DNS, always remember your IP address of the server will be your preferred DNS, right? Because your server is distributing the DNS. So let's enter Google IP as an alternate DNS here. Okay, it's processing. Let's wait a bit. It will disconnect and reconnect the server. So yeah, I can now see the domain at my Ethernet. Okay, this was all about Active Directory server setup. Will you believe we have set up an Active Directory server in 12 minutes? So now let me show you how we can connect our computer to an Active Directory server. First step, let's try to ping the server. First check if your computer is able to communicate with your server or no. So now my pings are good. If you have seen my screen, let's go to this PC and try to connect it to our domain. Let's go to properties. Let's select domain or workgroup here. Let's change, and in the domain option, let's enter domain name here. So we can connect our computer to our domain. Okay, now it will ask me to enter administrator password for our server. To join this computer to a domain, we need our server administrator password here. Hit OK. Okay. Now I can see welcome to domain.com, and the changes will take effect after a restart. You must restart your computer to apply these changes. So we have connected our first computer to our company server and domain successfully in our on-premise environment. So let's restart our computer. Until it's restarting, let's go to Active Directory users and computer and create a user for login. So I will create a test user here under this domain. Let's first create a group, organizational units. Sorry. So always remember to keep your structure of your users' computers in more disciplined manner, right? So later on you will be able to understand those. So in organizational unit, in the resources, I will create a new organizational unit and I will name it users. So I will create users here. So if you create your Active Directory users and computers in good structure, then it will be more flexible and easier for you to manage it later on. As a big organizations have thousands of users, thousands of computers. So if the structure of Active Directory users and computer is in disciplined manner, you will be able to understand. So let's create a service account here for testing. Right, I will create a service account here and I will log in with service account into a domain computer which I have set up previously. Okay, let's select the password never expire for the service account. Let me set up the password here. Okay, next, finish. Okay, let's go to that computer and log in with service account. Go to other user. So make sure you have professional Windows edition, right? To set up or add to your computer to Active Directory server. Okay, let's go to other user and let's type service account and the password for service account. Uh-oh. Let's type again. Maybe I mistyped the password. Yeah, now it worked. Now it will take few minutes and it will log me in with a service account connected to our on-premise Active Directory server. So this is totally about 20 minutes lecture where we have set up our server completely and we have added our computer to our server domain. So please follow for more interesting and informative video and trust me, I will not waste your even a minute. Okay, now I am logged in with a service account into the computer and the domain is also showing fine. The DNS of my domain is also showing fine on the computer. Thanks for watching, keep sharing, keep following, and keep subscribing. Thank you.